Yeah, so we pay attention to news, we pay attention to the things that are going on around here because look like uh, on the island they're already passing legislations and bills for the microchip. So we be aware of the upcoming events. We watch all those things. We watch international news, like the situation between Putin and Obama, and how Obama making ties with India and you know what I mean. The whole thing that's swelling like a balloon. We pay attention to international news the same way because all these things you gotta watch. Because most of the people on the island here, they don't pay attention to news. They pay attention to party. Or they pay attention to this damn reprobate who call him Alkaline, who tattoo his eyes. Or they listen, they look for Jack Cure and these different reprobates on them. Alright? They into more party fetes, boat cruise. They'll go down the islands, wanna go to Tobago. You know what I mean? More Caribbean kind of expression they into. Tourist rides, drive the island, go to this beach, this river, that, you know what I mean? Go to this cave, that waterfall. They into that kind of stuff. So they don't watch, but the things that they pay attention to too is events which is irrelevant. You know what I mean? Can't tell you nothing more or less more than that. You say yeah, he commanded the porter. Yeah, he said, I'm command. My father just again. For the Son of Man is a man taking a far journey who left his house and gave authority to his servants and to every man his work and commanded the porter to watch. Alright? He said, watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at even, or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning. And this is a beautiful breakdown too when you talk about what time, you know. You have no idea what time you're really talking about. Because if you go to like a Hosea 6, go to Hosea 6 1. Let's see. Hosea 6 1.
My
Is down Edomites and on this shit. This is the system anyhow. Yeah. Hosea 6 verse 1. It say, come and let us return unto Yahweh. See all caps to Yahweh. For he has had torn, which we had ripped apart the kingdom. He had broken us down. I was saying going back into the times of Solomon when he rent the kingdom for under him, which is Yahweh. And he will heal us. And how he started to heal us is the restitution time when he sent back Yahweh himself. And Yahweh came and shed that blood because you know what? He came to redeem those. In other words, redeem those. Now under his let's get this thing here. Galatians 4:6. No, 4:5. He said to redeem them that were under the law. Under the law, which are the Israelites, because they received the law to live under that law. Right? That we might receive the adoption of sons. So the key word there is who he came to redeem. They said to redeem, which is to buy back them that were under the law. You know what I mean? So that way he granted the window of repentance also. You know what I mean? To redeem them that was under the law. Going back here to Hosea, thing he said, come let us return unto Yahweh, for he hath torn and he will heal us. He said, he had smitten and he will bind us up. Because a lot of people today, they will watch at slavery as nothing. But that was a big smite. because the Most High didn't spare us during slavery. Slavery, our people was being hanged, lynched, you know what I mean, prosecuted, and all these different things. So what we people actually experienced was a lot. So they experienced a lot, you know, and through the lynching, and so they actually watched a whole entire nation was brought down into slavery. That they meant by the Most High smite, and he has smitten. He say after 2 days, which these 2 days will break down that. He say after 2 days will he revive us. Now a day, according to scriptures, a day begins for us at even, and it ends at the following even. So when the day begins, it begins at an even. It begins at an even. Alright? Now going back to this thing now, our day does always begin at night, in other words. So say yeah, one preset of science so that they could night. Because going into these topics, you know, you're trying to avoid going into certain areas, but for the elect's sake, you know, it seemed necessary to go into these things, you know, for the elect's sake. We say verse 5. You say, and powers call, or God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. Or supposed to be day, they call night. Right? And the even and the morning were the first day. So our day always begins at night, where your dreams and so that they'll walk your practical part through the course of the day. Next part, that second say the measure of that day is in 2 Peter 3 verse 9. Yes. 2 Peter 3 verse 8. You say, 2 Peter 3 verse 8, you say, but beloved, be not ignorant or not knowing of this one thing, that one day with the Lord, you say one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years. 1,000 years. And 1,000 years as one day. So that's why I have that kind of metaphoric area. Consider the time. You see it even measuring that concept like that. Going to Daniel 7. Right. You know what I mean? And even when you go to these other parts here, they say Daniel 7:25, right? He say, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. They try to change times because you know what? They say our day begins at 12 midnight. And even to say the year, they say the year begins in winter. And even to show, even further too, how they change laws, they say 2 men can get married. You understand what I'm saying? They actually reach a point they can say 2 men can get married. So now they talk about the change times and laws. You say, and they shall be given into his hand until a time, which this time will be one day, with 1,000 years, and times, which is plural, just the second day, alright, another 1,000